Today I get to live, and that's fire. So there's this thing that I do that I'm sure everybody's doing a bit right now. Look at this mohawk. What I do is I keep a button up on the back of my chair at my desk, so that whenever it's time for me to hop into a meeting, all I do is I take the button up, I put it on, I button it up, and that's why it's called a button up. And then when I'm done, I just unbutton it, and I take it off, and I put it on, back to the back of my shirt, and it stays there until my next meeting. This is the world that we live in. So on Today, I don't really remember exactly what we talked about last month. It was a while ago. It feels like a while ago. I think what happened is that the whole world came back like out of nowhere, which I kind of suspected would happen. And then it's just been go, 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 go. And before this, it was stop, 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 stop. So it might have taken me some time. Well, it actually did take some time to get my bearings back. I just got back into it, but it might have took some time, or maybe I didn't get the time to actually adjust and get into it. I also realized that as I'm getting older, hangovers, my recovery time is just not the same anymore. The hangover really fucks you up. But you know the deal. 4 tiers, 4 elements in life that we are going to discuss today and that I'm passionate about. So let's start it off on the art world side of things. I might have mentioned this last week. Tropicana music video is still not out yet. We are looking for the right areas to go about it. But it is a good reminder. Tropicana is available on all streaming platforms. Music video is self-produced, self-directed, shot on an iPhone. It's fire. It's dope. I'm really looking forward to it. The people who have seen it are really digging it. So, hell yeah. In terms of other things that are going on in the art world, The Last Real Ones in the Bronx is a project that we shot about a month, 2 months ago. Right now we're waiting to hear back to see if we're going to get the $10,000 grant for it. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if we get the grant or not. But what we are waiting for is to decide how we are going to move forward and what we are going to look forward for. Is this going to be a big project that we put a lot of investment into and that we put all of our time into? Or is it going to be a smaller project that we can kind of create and kind of keep on like a small traveling basis? Both opportunities are there. It's kind of in the position to be able to do both. So it's just a decision of what it is actually going to be. What else is going on in the art world? What else is going on in the art world? Because the Silent P Said So podcast is officially here. It's there. It's available on Podbean. It's available on YouTube. All of that goes onto the Seriously Cool channel because it is a show that is produced for Seriously Cool. You know me. I love my wrestling. It's my niche, passion. It's the greatest art form in the world, I say, just because it is such a juxtaposition of all these other things. But it's also niche, and I don't want to talk about it with people who don't understand it and people who don't want to talk about it in the same fashion, in the same, with the same like brevity that I'm going to talk about it. So that's all going to Seriously Cool. That's straight to the niche crowd. And the last thing I think I want to say about the art world is I'm thinking I'm dropping a lookbook with my digital paintings. My digital paintings have been something that are only really like for me, I never considered myself like a painter, somebody who could do something with his hands like that. And then taking it into the digital format, I got extremely comfortable with it. I got passionate about it. It's like kind of a therapy for me. But it's time to do something with these. It's kind of time to name them, categorize them, show them to the world. And I'm looking forward to that. on the music side of things. So the world came back together. The studio has been bumping. Studio has been crazy. Like every single night we are in there. Tonight I actually don't have to be in there, which is nice. So today I get to focus on a few other things, but we're back. In terms of music projects, for once, I'm not only focused on my own project, I'm actually co-executive producing another project. So that's fire. You know, it's kind of great to be passionate about it, to have a piece of it, have a part of it, but it's not completely just your creativity. You're more so helping somebody else reach their goals and reach their creative vision, and that's dope. But what I am doing on my own music side of things, well, actually, one of the musical projects is kind of an art project that we didn't get into. Daily, I do these things. I talk to this. I talk to you, so that there are my ways of, being vulnerable, being open, being expressive, having the conversations that I should be having. But what I'm doing with myself on a daily basis is having like meditation conversations, mantra conversations, things to help get my brain together. So we are putting that out as a podcast, kind of putting like I don't really know how to describe it, because it's not like a teach you how to do it. It's more like this is what I do, listen to it. And maybe it can kind of be a guidance or a template for you as well. So, got that project working on. I'm not going to name it right just quite yet. But have that project working on, and then we are recording music nonstop. Kind of recorded 3 freestyles. The sound of New York City, the sound of the world, the sound of hip hop right now is drill. And we dabbled in the world, but didn't make drill songs at all. So you take a drill beat and turn it into something completely different, and we did that. And then working on the album, the album is going to take some time. We're doing something big. I'm being really ambitious about this. The thing that really sets it apart from the rest of the years is that so much of this album is being built, being recorded, being produced in my home. Normally, I'm like only the writing process takes place in my home, and then the rest of the process is just me at the studio on a time limit, on a budget limit, and I'm trying to make the best of what we have. And this time things are looking different. We actually are in control, and I have the ability to, when to pull the trigger, how much time is going to spend on something. And it's a true level up. It's a true evolution in my career, and in my industry. About my business. In terms of the business, I kind of already touched on it, and I guess I'm going to deal with that every time we do this, where I touch on the business and things on the art and the music sections, because they all kind of go hand in hand. It's all about the story that we're telling. But business has ramped up. Studio is back. The world is back. Working on those projects out of the studio. In terms of Seriously Cool, the art house, the business, because the Silent P said so is probably the big main focus of it right now. But all of the other projects that we have touched upon are being touched by Seriously Cool, are somehow in cahoots with Seriously Cool. We are also working on 2 different shows that are aside from anything that I mentioned for Seriously Cool, that we are actually looking to get on public access television. There is a idea or a template that we've seen happen so many times, where you start on a local level and you really put your city on. And we have the YouTube, we have the independence, we have the ability to put out whatever we want to put out, but we do want to collaborate with somebody who's part of the community, who also has a vision, and we want to bring our visions together, to expand both of our visions. So exciting, but not stressful, but a lot of work. Like, just needs a lot. Needs a lot of attention. I can't find the word for that right now, but I know there's a great word for it. And finally, in terms of the financial, actually, I got something to show you. The whole time. My book, Expanding My Net and Work Assignment Plan. This is a seminar and the presentation that, well, we take in my seminar, we take in my process, we take in my procedure, and really been able to push it into a book. And this is the presentation that I've been giving to a lot of my clients. I'm giving to a lot of people who are just interested in learning more about what's going on. What it's about expanding our net. It's about expanding the work. That's the idea of what your net is, you know. What is a net? It gathers a bunch of things. Well, I want to expand what we are gathering. I want to expand the conversations that we are having. I want to expand what is going on inside of this process. And then I also want to expand our idea of work. You know, we work for other people. We work for money. We work for benefits. But what is it when you define what your work is and you get to choose what kind of work you want? And does that change what actual work looks like and what your idea of work is? So that's my silent plan. That's what I'm doing on a normal basis. You know, touching people individually as we grow on to touch bigger markets, touch bigger networks, and make bigger, stronger, grander, realer, more genuine connections. And today is 74 degrees. I can feel like it's getting colder. That 85, 90 degree summer weather is gone. So today I also get to start getting ready for fall, start getting ready for winter, start to get ready for the end of the year and give it the big push until we get there. Yeah. Today I get to live, and that's fire. Enjoy your day.
Switch.
Thank you for taking the time to tune into this YouTube video. Make sure you add it to your playlist. Follow PSwitch Dow wherever you can find music, and keep your cool. Keep your damn cool.